Hi, it's Kathy. Welcome to my studio. Come on in. Let me show you where I create everything, and I have a craft to share with you as well. These are what I call shadow box stories. There's just something so beautiful about using little pieces of your life, of things you normally would not give it a second thought, and incorporating them as part of a visual story that you can hang and share. And I thought it would be a beautiful way to honor someone you really care about by making a shadow box story for them as a holiday gift this year. Okay, so this one is Chica Feliz, and this represents an older version of myself. I have another one here where she is, this one. This is a younger version of myself. You can see her hair is untamed and wild. And this one I made as a companion because at this era that I'm at now, I know about manifesting and visualizing. My hair is more in order. I still have my big earrings there, and every one of these has some kind of sparkle in it. So that is the story with that one. This one, this is from, all of these are lino cuts that I carved, and then I did printmaking as the focal point for all of these. So each piece has fabric that I designed, paper that I designed, and a stamp that I printed to go with it. And anyone who knows me knows I love my cafecito. It's the fuel, the magic that helps me. So this one is dedicated to my love of coffee. I thought it would be really special to share my process of how I make a shadow box story with all of you, so you can make one as a gift to give to someone you really care about. Here are some things I think about when it comes to creating or even buying a gift for someone. I like to make sure that it's all about them. I think, how does it serve them? Is it functional? Will it bring joy to their life? Especially in this time that we're in right now, people, they don't want a lot of clutter. They don't want anything that they're not fully in love with. So think about that as you're creating your shadow box story, to make it personal, and just think about sending good energy to them the whole time that you're creating it. Here's what you will need to make a shadow box story. You're going to need a shadow box. You can buy these at the craft store. If you don't have one of these, you can use something that you have around the house, like maybe a tin or even a shoe box, a cookie box, a cookie tin. Anything will work as a shadow box. Some scrap fabric, some glittered cardstock. Of course, these are all optional, but it just looks really nice to have that sparkle. And some heavy cardstock. I love this metallic type or any type of pattern. And some cardboard to create some raised designs. And your centerpiece. So maybe something that you printed. If you don't have that, you could use something like an ornament. And we have some foam tape and hot glue. Before we start, serious, I need the glitter glasses. Let's do this. Remember when I said you can make a shadow box out of anything? This is a little mint tin shrine shadow box that I made in honor of my Nana Cano, who is also a hyper creative. So I keep this in my studio all the time just to channel her energy. This is just a little mint tin, and look at everything I was able to fit in there, even the glittered cardstock. Okay, we're going to take our box and take the backing off of it. And we can set this aside because we're building the design on this. So this we can set aside. And make sure you have the little hook here. So you want to make sure to know that that is upright when you build your design. So to start, I am going to cut a piece of cardstock to fit on top of this. and I'm going to mix and match what I want to put on this. So I think for this one, I really love this. So I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to put, I love contrasting colors. So I think I'll do maybe a strip of this one, and maybe even a strip of, oh, I love this rose gold. So I can cut some of this off in there as well. So it's just a lot of auditioning pieces. So this piece, I know I'm gonna measure this out, is 8 by 8. So I'm going to cut my paper here to 8 by 8 inches. And I'm gonna do the same on this one because I'm not sure what I'm going to use. So I wanna have these ready. Okay. And I like to save these as well. So actually, I think I like this in the middle, and then with this. So again, keeping this at the top, I'm going to take my glue stick, and because I'm gluing paper to paper, this heavy-duty glue stick will work well. You want to make sure to use the right kind of adhesives so that your story won't fall apart after it's all put together. I'm just going to line that up. Like that. Okay, so now I want to build the first layer, and I think I'm going to go with this one. It's going to pop out. I can add some more glue to the edge here. Now this is where the cardboard will come into play. So I'm going to take this cardboard, and you can't make it too high because you still want it to set under the glass. And I'm going to do a couple layers of these, and I want this to be nice and solid. So I'm just going to cut these. This is a great way to recycle your boxes. And I'm just going to add some hot glue on this part. This is also a good craft to make for like a craft night with friends. Maybe if you don't make it as a gift to give, you can make it as an experience type of gift where you put all the supplies together in a little gift basket, and that way they can make it themselves. Okay, I'm going to use tacky glue on this part, but I'm also going to add a hot glue so that it will stay in place. And then you can stand up to make sure that it is centered. Just like that. Okay. So now I can think about, I'm going to use this one. Oh, I love how that looks. So I think I'm going to use some pinking shears so you can have fun with your scissors for different textures. And I'm just going to cut along here. This. I think I'll have this raised as well. So for this, I'm going to use my foam tape. And I'm using this because it's just easier to control the size of it. And you could find foam tape at the craft store or even the dollar store. So now I'm going to set this down like this, right in the center. And now I have my little heart to put sticking out of the top. All of these look so good. This is the hardest part, is choosing which one to put. So let's see. This is where I'm like, oh, which one should I do? I think I like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build up with my cardboard. And I like that it already has a little magnet on there, but I'm not going to use that. And if you do use wet glue on this, you really want to make sure to let it dry before you seal it up. I'm going to build this up. Make it thick. There. And I think I'll add one more. So now when I put this, it will be sticking out like that. And again, I'm going to use some tacky glue as well as hot glue. Double glue. And I'm going to stand up. Okay, now I want to add some little crystals to this. I love these flat back crystals. Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to add a few more down here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this needs to dry a little bit. And so this will take like a few minutes. Oh, you know what? I think my heart is too thick, but it's okay. The crafting is done. I can take off the magical glitter glasses, and now let me show you what I made. Okay, gift number one. This is the completed project of the Shadowbox story, and I made this for a friend who loves galaxy, the night sky, all astrology, all of that. So I thought this glittered cardstock fit really well with that theme, but I added some bright orange cardstock to represent the sun, because we need the sun as much as we need the night sky. And in the middle is a heart that is blooming, and it's surrounded by all different crystals that represent reflection and shine and abundance. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to journal on the back of this and write a letter to my friend explaining what this means to make it even more special. Now here's another version I did. This one I used batting, like just fabric batting, 2 layers, glued it on that backing, and then I used scrap fabric. I didn't have enough to cover the whole thing, so I used 2 pieces and tied it together with the glittered cardstock. It came out so beautiful. And I have this brass milagro that I used hat pins to simply insert it into the batting to hold it into place. So this one has a softer texture to it, and It shows contrast. This is some fabric, some Crafty Chica fabric that I designed that has all these empowering words on it. And it's, even though it's quite different from the floral fabric, it's still tied together through the colors. But boy, this gold glitter, it ties everything together. Gold glitter should be a neutral color, don't you think? It just ties everything up. And there we have these 2 shadow box story ideas. I hope you like these. I hope you take time to make one of these as a gift for someone else, or maybe for you. To see more of all of the creative things that I do, make sure to give me a follow on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube. Visit my website, craftychica.com. I have new articles up every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.